again, in the Atlantic and Caribbean. It's the one in the Caribbean that we've got to be watching. 60% chance for development, according to the National Hurricane Center. Something that I'm kind of wondering is why they haven't tagged this with the INVEST tag. That's when we start to get the tropical models running on this, but as of right now, that has not happened. So I'm going to do my best to illustrate what I think is going to be the players in the future of the forecast of this feature. So that's the tropical wave. You see the satellite imagery and you see that westward propagation, albeit slowly. It is progressing to the west, and as it moves west, it's going to be influenced by the same thing that influenced Grace last week, that high pressure feature that was over the southeastern U.S., although this time around it's going to be a little bit different, and that's going to have some play on how this feature moves after the Yucatan Peninsula. So here we are Saturday morning. Note the high pressure. It's over the Carolinas, and it looks like that's where it's going to stay. I grayed out the high pressure. That was last week's high pressure placement. That area kept Grace going to the west right into Mexico, but it's not there this time around heading into Sunday. Looks like it's going to be over the Carolinas, and with that placement, it's going to have more of a northerly pull on how that feature comes off of the Yucatan Peninsula. So we'll show you the rundown on the timing again. The Yucatan gets hit, it looks like, on Saturday by this tropical feature, then reemerges in the Gulf on Sunday. After that, again, forecast confidence is very low, and I'm thinking that all of the western Gulf of Mexico, that includes Texas and a lot of Mexico, even parts of Louisiana, need to be keying in on exactly how this forecast unfolds. A lot's going to depend on where exactly the center develops. It's possible it gets farther north, and that would mean more of a northerly track down the road. Also, got to mention how land is going to be affecting this thing. Central America, if that low develops farther south, could play a role, as could the Yucatan Peninsula. And I just want to reinforce that the forecast confidence beyond Saturday is very low. So we're going to have to wait another few days to get more details out of this. The forecast track, the strength, possible impacts for a specific location, all very questionable heading into early next week. Another player is going to be Saharan dust. There's a lot of it in the Caribbean Sea, but look at this little wedge of clear air. That's our tropical wave, and it's going to be ingesting some dust. I paused it here. You can see that little stripe around the center of a possible circulation Saturday early in the morning. So it's going to have some dust to contend with. By the way, that dust is also going to be coming into our atmosphere. It looks like starting Thursday, and it'll be here Friday and Saturday. Right now, no dust, tropical blue skies, 95, a feel-like temperature of 102. Lots of mid-90s out there. Low 90s at the coast with heat indices as high as 110 up in B County. Southeasterly breeze around 15 miles per hour. A few stray sea breeze showers inland, but overall fairly quiet across Texas. Heat in northeastern Texas. We'll see some tropical moisture slip in here on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's what these oranges indicate. That will up the chances for a few isolated showers here for the middle and second half of the work week. So tonight should be pretty quiet, upper 70s overnight. Few isolated showers first thing in the morning and in the afternoon. Watch what happens into Thursday. We'll see a little bit more coverage on the simulated radar with that tropical moisture moving in. So a little uptick in the rain chances into Thursday, Friday, maybe even into Saturday. By Sunday, the rain chance is going to depend heavily on what is happening in the tropics. So we'll get to the 7 days. You see the hazy icons there, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll have that plus the isolated or scattered showers and storms, highs in the mid-90s through Saturday. Once we hit Sunday and early next week, that forecast is going to depend heavily on how this tropical wave in the Caribbean moves in the western Gulf of Mexico. We'll keep close watch on that. Leslie, Mike.
All right, Alan.